Hello and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. We're here to do our second round of group game matches for the Women's World Cup. Going to do our predictions for it. It's been a great tournament so far. We haven't seen half the women play yet, half the teams play yet, but what we've seen has been really good. But before we dive into all of these predictions, Tom is just going to give us a bit of housekeeping.
Please have a look at our description and the bottom of that has time-stamped every single match in case you don't want to listen to all of our predictions and our nonsense. If you look above us and if you look in the bottom of that, you will see all of our social media links and at the bottom additional links we'd like you to click on. So please have a like, have a subscribe, have a gander, have a comment, have a Twitch, snap, or whatever. And before we get started, I'd just like to announce that Ian is so worried about how much shorter he is than me that he is today standing on a step. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like a jockey. I feel like a jockey being interviewed by Claire Boulding. So our first match is going to be Nigeria versus South Korea.
Oh, what a game! I actually have no idea what to think about this. I don't have a series of Ian's stats in front of me to make decisions. I am playing this by ear. I'm going to go for a Nigeria victory against the South Koreans, 2-1.
Yeah, South Korea were quite poor, but a lot of that was to do with how amazing France were.
Yeah.
Nigeria, although they lost 3-0 to Norway, they were actually played pretty well. They just seemed so raw.
Yeah.
Like they just seemed to get into good positions and then panic and make mistakes. I can also see Nigeria winning this one. They had a hell of a lot of support.
Yeah, they do.
Crazy numbered, brilliant stuff. 2-0 Nigeria.
Yeah. Our next match is going to be Norway versus France, two favourites in the group.
Yeah, two best teams in the group. Both had good wins in our opening day. I mean, France were incredible.
They were awesome.
Oh, they could have easily. I know you did some like 9-0 predictions in the first one. Click on the link up there.
I will not be doing that this round, I promise.
This could have easily been up there. It really
Yeah.
was just like one side. What France just absolutely dominated South Korea. I think France will win this one as well. There's going to be big crowd. They're going to be up for it. Home support. I'm going to go 3-1 France.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-0. I think they're going to be pretty comprehensive in this one.
Doesn't like it. Okay, next match, Germany versus Spain.
Ooh. So Spain conceded a weird goal against South Korea. Personally,
South Africa.
I thought it was really bad goalkeeping personally. The goalkeeper comes off her line for a shot that's looping over her head and then just kind of...
I mean, for me, that does seem like the one thing that stood out so far. Is the level of play is generally very good, but the goalkeeping seems to be quite poor.
It's a little bit touchy. There was a distance shot, and I think the German winner, where I know it comes through a lot of bodies, but it's still quite close to the goalkeeper when it ends up going in. But
and just generally from like corners, they don't seem to like be very commanding in the penalty area like you see in the men's game. So, what do you reckon then?
I got Germany winning this. They're a really good team. I've watched their ad about 5 times now. I actually really like it.
Did it make you feel bad for being a man?
It did. I feel awful for being a man, but that's just a general day-to-day thing for me. I'm going to go with the Germany 2-0 victory over Spain.
I think I'm going to match you on that one. I might just say 2-1. I think Germany weren't great, but they, it's Germany.
Yeah.
they still always win, regardless of whether they play bad or play good. Germany 2-1 for me.
Yeah. So our next match sees China against South Africa.
China were excellent against Germany, I thought.
They were really good.
We were told by a buddy of ours, Matt Uranka, that watch out for this China side. And he wasn't wrong. They were very impressive against Germany. And arguably should have got something out of that game. They'll be kicking themselves. But I think they will get something out of this one.
Yes.
And I will back China to win this one, and I'm going to say they will win by 3-0. I'm
going to go with 2-1. Just think to be a little bit closer.
Okay. So, next match. Big game, this one. Australia versus Brazil.
So are they both going to play in yellow?
Yeah, well, probably, obviously.
Let's make it as confusing for me as possible.
And the ref's going to be in yellow as well.
I haven't seen either of these teams play yet, so it's hard to pick a beat up on this. I believe Australia's playing right now.
Yeah, they are.
1-0 up.
Yeah.
But Brazil are a powerhouse in both sports, generally speaking. They're generally pretty good in the women's game and pretty good in the men's game. I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw.
Objection!
Sustained.
I'm back in Australia in this one. I think this Brazil side's good, but I think they're a little bit past their best.
Yeah.
And I think this Australia side's got a lot really almost like at the pinnacle of what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
They've got a good blend of youth and experience, led by Sam Kerr, who just seems to be this unbelievable goal machine.
Yeah.
Who scores in every single game she plays. I'm gonna go 2-1 Australia win.
Our next match sees Italy versus Jamaica.
Well, I think Italy are a good side in this World Cup.
Yeah.
I think they are almost like sort of dark horses. I think they'll get through. They could cause a surprise, maybe get to like quarterfinals or something like that. I'm going to back them to win this one. I'm going to say they're going to win by 2-0.
I'll go 3-0. I think they're going to have Jamaica's number. I don't think Jamaica are the best side. I think this is a bit of a making up numbers sort of thing for Jamaica.
Have you ever had a Jamaican's number?
No, Ian, have you?
No, there's no joke there. I was just trying to put Tom on the spot.
Which he did successfully.
Okay, next one is going to be Japan versus Scotland.
Well, I'm expecting Scotland to be coming off a loss here. Japan coming off a win. I think Japan are quite a strong side. They're in the final of the last one. They're not the strongest side in the competition, but I don't think Scotland are either. I think they're below them. So I'm going to go with a Japan 3-1 victory against the Scots.
Yeah, I can't agree. Really fell off. Whoa! I can't agree more with that, really. I think Scotland will be a very tough side to beat in every game they play. This is like a big achievement for them to get to the World Cup. I mean, God knows the last time the men's side qualified was like 1998. Yeah. So it's a fantastic achievement for the Scottish ladies to get there. I think that they will put up a good showing, but they will lose this one 2-0.
That's fair. Our next match is Argentina play England.
Go on, England! Come on! Well, hopefully England would have won the first game against Scotland. They'll go into this one. Argentina, probably the weakest side in the group. Yeah. I have a feeling that England will win this. I think they'll win it by 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go 3-1. I think the Argentinians will get a goal, but I mean, great rivalry in the men's. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing every England game. I recommend anybody, if you've never watched women's football before, go and watch it. It's fantastic, and support the England Lions.
Oh, they're great. Our next match, Canada versus New Zealand. Oh, Canada.
I'm well aware that I haven't done any draws, and I think this one might be the draw for me. I think it's two kind of pretty evenly matched sides. I'm going to go one apiece.
I'm going to go with the Canadians beating the New Zealanders 2-1. I think she's going to have a little bit too much gumption. Gumption!
Do you not know any other... Didn't you grow up in Canada? Next match, Cameroon versus Holland.
You got a Dutch win here. You got the Dutch win in
You
this.
did.
And unlike you, I'm keeping my distance. Now that we got this thing to protect me, I'm keeping my distance, Mr. Stepman.
Is this not live from Paris?
I got Holland winning this one. I got the Netherlands winning this one 3-0.
I'm going to back Cameroon. I'm going to think Cameroon are going to win this one. I'm going to say 2-0 to the Cameroonese.
I know it's 3 o'clock. That's not 5. You know it's too early to have had as many drinks as... Next match, Thailand versus Sweden!
Yeah, so I really see Thailand as the biggest outsiders in this whole tournament. I cannot see them causing Sweden any problems. No. I can see this being 4-0 Sweden.
5-0 Sweden. Why not? Let's have some fun.
And it's time for the main event.
USA versus Chile!
Now you might be noticing why Tom's not wearing his Uncle Sam outfit. He has been banned. I have hidden it. I don't want to see it ever again.
Donald called. He said never again. Never.
Oh, well.
Teresa's backed him. There's a literal squad of people out there waiting.
Maybe. So, Tom,
it's infringement of my rights.
How much of if USA win this World Cup, how much of a big deal will it be in the United States?
It'll be a pretty big deal. They love winning World Cups. They love their women's team. They've been getting pretty behind the men's team, and the women's team have always gotten a lot of respect and support. There's a lot more women's soccer than there is men's soccer, and a lot more infrastructure there for it. And their players pretty much are the gold standard, it seems like, in women's football. So this will be a big achievement, and they'll enjoy it. But they also expect it.
Why is that? Why are they always so strong in the women's game but not in the men's game?
So we have a law in America called Title IX that says that for all the men's sports you must have a women's sport. So where we have American football, most universities will have to put an equal thing into American football, then they have to have a women's sport to put it into.
Right.
So soccer came up as that sport. So it's had a lot of support because of Title IX rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a law.
But,
That was pretty boring, wasn't it?
Well, it's interesting. But it is interesting because generally, you know that soccer is kind of an afterthought in America behind the sports that they more passionately follow. But in the women's game, they've always been exceptionally strong.
Yeah.
So, yes. So what do you reckon then? Get back to business.
I won't go 9-0. I'm going to go 4-0 thrashing.
Yeah, I'll go one higher. I'll say 5-0.
I mean, our good friend Matt did make the point. He said that if these goal tallies get as high as we're saying they will, the stars are getting pulled out. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think the USA team could easily rack up 10 to 15 goals in the opening 3 games.
I mean, a lot of the time, you do feel like this tournament isn't going to get going until the knockout phases.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of there seems to be a clear favourite in every group, and the team that's like the fourth place team is really just making up the numbers.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, Tom, have you got anything else to add?
No, just thank you for liking, subscribing, clicking, watching. We're really enjoying this. We're really enjoying watching the Women's World Cup, and we hope you are as well.
And we will see you soon.